If you're an author and you've been paying attention to TikTok, you know that one of their newer features is horizontal videos. Now, TikTok has grown up being vertical short form content, but right now they're pushing horizontal longer form content. Is that something authors should be leaning into? Now, we know with all social platforms, when they give us a new feature or functionality, they push that for a while because they want people to use it and they want people to get familiar to seeing it. Because when they create and craft a new type of feature, that opens up the door for more ads revenue for them. So if they're now pushing horizontal longer form content, we know that they're looking to place ads in and around that content. And by leaning into that, we are taking advantage of their push right now. So in general, we want to make sure we're using new features and functionalities. We're paying attention to what they're offering and we're leaning into it because we're going to get the views from it. But we also want a long-term plan for this. So we know that TikTok is leaning into longer form content. With longer form content, they have the ability to run more ads and make more money. We don't make more money, but they make more money. And so we are leaning into longer form content. They're leaning into horizontal content to compete with YouTube. Now, we shouldn't just be doing long form content. We shouldn't just be doing horizontal content, but we should be taking the time and effort to create some of that. But that does not mean that you have to create entirely new content for this. In fact, what I want you to do is go into your YouTube channel. And as an author, you should have a YouTube channel. You should be consistently putting long form content on YouTube for many reasons. It's also the most profitable of the social platforms. But that's another video. Drop your questions if you have them. I want you to go to your YouTube channel and I want you to find successful long form content that is still relevant. You might have content that used to be relevant that is not so relevant anymore. Don't pull that. Find things that make sense to post now and take those videos and just once or twice a week, drop them onto TikTok. See how they do. Now, when it comes to posting on TikTok in the horizontal format, do not put text in the black space above or below the video. If you put text there, they cannot be rotated and will not be classified as that horizontal content. So do not add text above or below that video. If you just put that straight video up, and it does have to be under 10 minutes long. So if you were chatty in a video, you can't post that one. You do have to keep it under 10 minutes long, unfortunately. And you can put that on there, then people can rotate their phone. It then gets classified as horizontal content, gets pushed out to more people. Does it mean you're going to have a ton of extra views? No. Does it mean you might have to do it a couple times before it starts triggering the algorithm system? Yes. Don't give up after 1 or 2 times, but find relevant content that is pertaining to the conversations happening on Book Talk and put it out there. And the better you can do with this, the better you're going to reach. So I want you to be paying especially close attention to what worked well on your YouTube and put it over on your TikTok. Now, if you don't have a YouTube channel, start forming longer form content that you can put on TikTok and also use on the YouTube channel you're going to start. So you want to be thinking behind the scenes of your books, how you're doing things, vlog style content. You want to be doing Q&As. You can be doing bits and pieces from like a live stream. You can do behind the scenes of like a book signing, things that are going to be relevant. With longer form content, people are more accustomed to straight to camera conversations, but you do want to keep in mind it is TikTok, so you're probably going to want some cuts in there. You're probably going to want some B-roll. You're probably going to want to jazz some things up a bit, but try it. Try and see what works best for you. And if all else fails, if you have nothing else, what I want you to do is film an interview with an author friend because those will do really well. They're going to do really well if you have somebody on and you talk about their book, you talk about your book, you have great conversations. You can film it in a live stream format on your Facebook page or on your YouTube channel, and you can then just use it over on your TikTok. So buddy up with somebody. Go use BeLive, go use Restream, go use the things that I teach you how to use. Film it on air, film it off air. It doesn't matter, but then take that video, put it over on TikTok, and be very clear up front about your hooks. But anytime you're making a video, you need a hook to get people to stop the scroll. So none of this, we're waiting for people to show up. We're going to talk to somebody today. Be very clear. If you like this kind of book, we are talking to this author today about her book. Here's the interview. Get people hooked in. Post that content and see how well it does on TikTok and build from there. If it does well, lean more into it. If it doesn't do well, maybe once or twice a week you're putting out longer form content and you're aiming for anywhere between like 3 to 7 minutes is usually a pretty good sweet spot to keep people's attention without them scrolling away. But you have to do things that will keep them there and not give them a chance to scroll away. So no long pauses. If you're doing an interview with somebody, no long pauses. No, I'm thinking of an answer. To cut it. And let's place it together. It'll make them seem more smart about things. It'll make you seem more smart about things, and it will make sure that people don't have that time to pause. When people pause to breathe, that is an opportunity and an invitation for people to scroll away. So you want to make sure everything is fast-paced, having a great conversation, and see how it works on your TikTok. TikTok is leaning into new formats, and you should as well. Drop your questions on this down below and follow along as I continue to help you navigate the world of marketing as an author. So we talk all the way from your writing to your publishing to your marketing to make this your most profitable year ever. I'm a social media marketing educator and speaker, so I have a whole full channel, youtube.com/KMRobinson, on tips and tricks for this as well, but I want to make sure we're doing some author specific things too, so drop those down below. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to help you make this your most profitable year ever. Please do not stress, overwhelm, and time commitment on your content creation. We'll see you then.